discussing today is Word, not the whole Office. One of the first changes I noticed when I opened Word 2013, first of all, in 2010, which is to your left, when you open it, you just automatically open a blank document. However, when you open 2013 over to the right, you have several choices. The first one is a blank document. The second one is where you can take a brief tour of Word 2013. You can choose a template. You can open an existing document, or you actually have a list of your recent documents over to the left. This is Word 2013, so if you choose on that previous screen that you want a blank document, this is what it will look like. The ribbon has changed a little bit, really not much. What has changed is the commands. If you chose to take the brief tour, this is what it would come up to look like. And it's actually pretty interesting if you haven't done it. You can just click on that and it will take you through some of the things actually I'm going to show you today that has changed in 2013. If you click on a template, this is just one of the examples that you would get. So in actuality, there are many desktop publishing features in Word now that there weren't in 2010. So it's a little bit easier if you want to do some type of pamphlet or invitation or something like that. It's easier to do in Word now than it once was. Each time you open a document in Word 2010, it will open to the beginning of the document. One of the new features in Word 2013 is the document bookmark that you see over to the right. It just enables you to quickly jump to the last viewed or edited page in your document. We consider that just a neat feature because I know with me, a lot of times I'm working on something, I close down to go to class, and so then when I open it back up, there, I have that choice to just go right where I left off, and trust me, for me not to have to figure something out is good for me.
Click on that and it takes you where you were last.
Exactly. The question, in case those on the other campuses did not hear that, she was asking that does it open at the beginning of the document, and it does, but if you see my red arrow pointing to that little box, it just tells you welcome back. If you want to pick up where you left off a few seconds ago, and you just click on that box and it takes you right there. And so, like when I tested this, I left off like in the middle of the document, not necessarily at the end, and it just took me right back where I left off. So we consider that a pretty neat feature. And as I mentioned earlier, the ribbon has not changed too much in functionality. What I've got here is 2010 on the top and 2013 just right below that. Just little things I actually like. In 2013, the words are in all caps versus 2010, they were not. So the ribbon has not changed much. In 2013, you see over to the left that when you, if you'll go back just a minute for me.
Okay.
If you click the File button on 2013 up to your far left, this is actually what you see then on the left is some options. So in 2013, if you clicked on one of those options, this would be some of the things that you could come up with. For example, if you clicked on Info, Then it would ask you, do you want to protect your document? Do you want to inspect your document? It'll give you related dates and people. If you click on New, it's going to give you an online template list. And so all of the things that you have the option of is shown right here to you. What is one of the big features in 2013 is like considered online. You have the option of sharing, inviting people. The big thing is cloud. So Word now gives you the option to do those types of things. If you want to export something, you can close from here. But if you noticed when I told you to click on File, the very first thing up at the top was an arrow. So if you just want to go back to your document, you just click that arrow. You don't escape or anything like that. You just simply click that arrow and it'll take you back to your document. This in no way is going to last an hour, y'all. In 2010, there were some options that I will be honest with you, I did not even know existed, because I'm not one of those that look for the little tiny things. I'm one of those that use a lot of the shortcut buttons, the Alt and Tab, the Alt and Copy, and that sort of thing. So when I was looking at all of this, I realized that over to the very far right top corner in Word 2010, you have these little bitty buttons where you could turn your ruler on and off. Again, that's not something I paid attention to because I don't care if my ruler's on or off, to be honest with you. On the very bottom right-hand corner, you can actually browse by page button there. And that's not a feature in Word 2013. So if you want to turn your ruler on or off in 2013, you just simply go up to View, go to the Show Group, and click your ruler. And a neat thing that I have found is you can also show your grid lines. It's always been there, but I'm not ever curious enough, I don't guess, but I dig around in it a lot. But you see that, and it may be a little bit hard to see, but when you get back to your desk, if you want to look at this, again, you just click View, and in the little Show part, then you've got where you can click on the ruler, so you see it's activated. That's why you're seeing your ruler. If you want to turn your ruler off, you can just click that button and your ruler goes away. There's actually a feature that you could add that particular on-off button to your quick access toolbar. Again, it's not something I use much, so that didn't interest me. But anybody that wants any further information about Word 2013, be sure and let me know because I can give you some one-on-one help as well. Again, I'm comparing Word 2010 and Word 2013. One of the things that I actually like, because I do use tables a lot, when I'm making up a test, if I'm matching, or especially like when I give them an answer sheet, I use a lot of tables. So the tables really interested me, and it was something I noticed a difference in when I first started using tables in 2013. In 2010, to your far left, you're going to see you've got a little bit more color up at the top. You've also got an option where you can do your cell alignment. That is something that went away in 2013. Well, it didn't go away. It just went off the menu bar. It's still there. You would just click, when you go to your Tables Tools, the Layout tab, the Alignment group. Again, nothing that I use a super lot. But what I like in 2013 is how you insert your rows and columns, because that's something I do a lot of. And at first it kind of stopped me. I thought, well, I just had to go in there. I'm a right mouse clicker too. So I would always just right mouse click, and you still have your option to insert rows and columns that way. But let me show you a neater feature that I personally like. When you are in Word 2013 and you've got your table established, if you just kind of roll your mouse back and forth, you will see what they call the insert control over to the left-hand side, and it's just a circle, a circled plus sign is all in the world it is. You click on that circled plus sign, and it gives you another column, or in this case, another row. But it works the same exact way. If you want a column, you just go up between like column 1 and 2 with your mouse, and that little circled plus sign comes up. You click on it, and you insert your rows. And that's just or columns. I'm sorry. That was something I liked. If you use illustrations, you will notice a pretty significant difference here because earlier in 2010, you had the clip art, and you would have your menus come up to the right-hand side where you could pick out some pictures. But now, if you click on Insert, you're going to get some options, and one of the options that's going to pop up is, do you want online pictures? And if you want online pictures, then there's just more multimedia options there for you. It will automatically pop up to this, which shows you the Bing image search. But it's easier to import your images, your videos, your YouTube. If you use Flickr, which is not something I use, but some of you may, even Facebook, it's just really easy from this point to do some inserts in your document. It's also easier to drop photos into the Word documents now, to place them, to move them around. And again, this is more of a desktop feature than it was in Word 2010. We didn't have a lot of that in 2010. The last thing I'm going to leave you with this morning is how easy it is now to edit a PDF document. I used to get so frustrated because I'm one of those that I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. So if I found something I liked, and back when I sponsored sites several years ago, we had to do this fancy annual report every year. And I would find these PDF documents that I would love, and I would want to copy them, of course, rather than retyping or whatever. It was just not easy. You could do it, but it was not easy. Today, it's very easy. You just simply open that PDF document in Word. You edit it will pop up, if you want to edit, it will pop up, I believe, Tools, View, and Edit. You just edit that PDF document. You can edit your paragraphs, your list, and tables just like you do in a Word document. And then you save it, and you've got something new, something that you've actually created maybe, but with a little help of somebody else. Again, I'm not one of those that reinvent the wheel.
Enable edit button.
Yes.
You got one helps up that really.
Right.
But once you click on enable edit, you can come in and
yes. Now, what I found in 2013, you don't have as many buttons there. It will just be a real quick view of edit. Okay, any questions? Did y'all hear the question that Terry asked?
All right, Pam, can you see us now? Yes. Okay.
That's right. Well, and it will still look just like a, yes, yes. And I did that last night, just checking it out. I couldn't get it to open up from my flash drive, so apparently I didn't save it right, but I did it from my regular computer. As a matter of fact, I opened an old site document that was like 2006. I opened it in Word, I edited, I saved it, and had a new document. So I personally like that. Loretta asked, are we going to be getting Word 2013? I honestly cannot answer that. I'm thinking yes. I have it because I taught Word 2013 last semester, but I do know like some of the classrooms still have 2010. Some of you at your desk still have 2010. But this document will be saved if you found anything useful here. But again, you've got that little brief tour in Word 2013 that I found to be very useful. So again, if there's anything I can help you with in 2013, if you do get it, please let me know. Any questions, guys, from Thomasville, Gilbertown?
We're good over here, I think. Gilbertown.
Thank you, Pam. Pam is probably the expert in Gilbertown you want to ask anyway.
I like 2013. I didn't think I would, but I do.
And again, it's not as significant of a change to me as 2007 to 2010 was. That was huge. And as a matter of fact, there were a lot of things in 2010 that people didn't like. And so I find 2013 as easy to use probably as 2007 was. Loretta's trying to stump me this morning, y'all. That's the operating system. Not, you're not asking a computer expert here, but and Alicia, feel free to jump in if you know more about this than I do. These are probably Will Booker questions, but 8.1, and I just know this because I bought Billy a computer and he had the operating system 8.1. Well, he didn't know anything about a computer. I couldn't even help him. It's supposed to be more of a touch screen. I found it to be very, very frustrating, so I had the operating system 7 put back on his computer, or put on his computer. But I don't think that and Microsoft Office 2013 are related at all.
What you're talking about today. Well, this is a software,
Right.
and in fact, they even make this software for like Macs and things like that. So that's the difference between operating things. It's like Mac, Windows, Linux. That's going to be an operating system. But with Word and stuff like that, that's software. So they usually make that software to be applicable on multiple operating systems.
But 8.1, now some people tell me that if you ever learn 8.1 operating system, you will like it. I couldn't learn enough about it that I could say I liked it. So, like I just had the operating system 7 put on Billy's laptop, and hope I don't have to buy a new one anytime soon because I don't want 8.1. That's right. I'm one of those too. Tony said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm one of those people too.
Was that a question? You can do that. You can do that with a. That's what I've done. I wasn't impressed with mine. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but.
Pam, do y'all have a question?
Ma'am?
Did y'all have a question?
Any of you have a question? We were just discussing the merits of 8.7 versus 8.1. I just got it on a new laptop, and I just hit the little thing that says desktop and goes, you know, I go to it. I wasn't impressed with the touch screen, even though I do have an iPhone, and it, you know, made it somewhat familiar, but my touch screen doesn't do me a whole lot of good on my laptop, so, but I'm adjusting.
And that may be something that if we're all going to have to go to 8.1 eventually, we'll need a professional development on that for sure. But one of the questions over here was about PowerPoint 2013. And I will be honest with you, I'm not real familiar with that now. Pam, you probably used it more than I have. And the question was, is the voice over still applicable in 2013, or is it any better, or any examples there?
I have not done anything with the voice. I did use it to make PowerPoint for Miss Angie's reception, but I didn't have to have any kind of audio. So I can't speak to that. The one thing that I found about the whole package, the whole Office package, is it's a smoother typing experience. Wanda, have you noticed that?
I can't say I have, Pam.
Well, it's just it was just the way mine was talking to each other. But used to, I could type and I'd be a word behind. When I'd look up, I'd be a word ahead of my screen. Okay. And now, you know what I'm talking about? When I'm typing now, it's in real time. So I don't know.
Right. It would be faster.
Well, I know I'm fast and good, but but I'm not that good. But I did notice it's just smoother. It's like driving a Jag versus a Jetta or a Volkswagen.
I wouldn't know. I've never had the luxury of driving a Jag, Pam.
I was Angie's once.
But I feel sure with the PowerPoint, if anything, it may be better, would be my thoughts. Okay, but we will have a session on PowerPoint. I think it's supposed to be in a couple of weeks, and hopefully it won't be me teaching it, but we'll do what we need to do. Any other questions?
We're good over at Givertown. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, just make sure that y'all all sign the sheet. And Minnie, will you pass around a sheet for us here so people can get credit for being here? Oh, we already did it? Okay. Excellent. Yay. All right. Bye, Givertown.
See you next week.